Hey everybody, let's take a look at this new LEGO Minecraft set called the Bedrock Adventures. Now this set is definitely not just as it appears. There's more to this than it looks like. I almost completely passed over this because it looked like just a repeat of stuff that we've seen before. But no, this introduces some new tricks. I mean, it's not all new, but you'll see. So starting with this little above ground area here, you get a chest with just a iron sword in it, and they've got a single emerald and a single diamond in there that have been mined up previously. You got your crafting table there and a bucket of water, which should have been brought downstairs for the Bedrock Adventures themselves, but they messed up and left it behind. Hopefully they'll come back and get that, so if somebody makes a mistake and goes right into lava and then isn't able to get out because they were being too greedy, well, yeah, it's always good to be able to save yourself. Down below, just an abandoned minecart track with just the slightest little bit here. They've got a couple of the posts on the sides, torch up there. You got some iron that you can mine here, and then the newer style of furnace. Again, these have one print to have it represented on or lit in operation, and one print to have it off, so you can choose between those. Very good. And then next to that is a simple TNT mechanism. It's simple, but it's actually nice how they hid it away in there. It's very, very small what they did with this lever, and the idea is, you know, you just push on this and thing pops off, right? And you knock Alex over. So yeah, that's something that they've done before, but it's kind of stealth how they got it in there. Very, very small. I appreciate that. Got some emerald ore back there. Got pretty lucky with that. Some ladder going up. And upstairs, another cave space that's above the normal ground level. This one has a creeper in it. Got some lava flow. Got some of your lapis. I guess this is supposed to be a little bit lower than it appears. And some gold up there and a bat. You can change those bat wings around. So rather than wrapping around the body, it looks like it's actually flying if you want. That's just the same build that they did before and has an existing print for it. Going next to that, cave spider, we've seen that before. The cave spider spawner there is really nice. They do a great job with these spawners. Again, very low profile, you know, small, compact, really scales well, I think, to the figures. And they've got the baby cave spawner, or baby cave spider representation in there with just the one, what is that, a 1x1 plate that is just printed with the eyes on the side. These are nice, the way they do that, and it's such a simple build, even easy to take out if you want to actually get in there and just take that little assembly out if you want. Easy to put it back. That was actually a smart design decision for folks who might want to get at that. Beyond that, again, still more stuff that we've seen here before for the most part. This actually is supposed to represent actual bedrock down here. Actual bedrock down here. And you don't get a whole lot of that. There's another piece behind, or another spot behind there that has a representation of bedrock. But for Bedrock Adventures, there's not a lot of bedrock to be found in this. Don't worry, I'm getting to the good stuff. Got some redstone ore to pick up over there. We've got a sign. Hey, that's good. I like signs. I like signs in the LEGO Minecraft stuff. They just, I don't know, they just look good to me, and kind of add a lot of life to the place. It just makes it feel like there are real living figures involved here rather than just toy representations of stuff. Because, you know, normally, you know, you can just build stuff up and it's just there. But when there's a sign, that means there's somebody actually living, working, caring about the space, you know? Got some diamond ore behind there, which again looks like it's presently much too high up in elevation for it to be there, but oh well. Some ladder over here, and that space back there. Okay, so you know when you have your maxed out enchanted diamond pickaxe, which this is not an enchanted one, but imagine that it was, you know, with your full fortune and efficiency and mending and unbreaking, you know, you're just chewing through some stone. And then you hit that one single block, that one individual block that takes just a little bit longer, just a fraction of a second longer to get through. And you don't even take your finger off the button quickly enough to realize that it happened. And then it happens. You pop it out, and out comes a silverfish, and out comes another silverfish. In this case, I will show you those two in a minute when looking at the figures and such, but this is just such a perfect little implementation of that. You're just going along, you're just mining these to kind of reset it. You just put them in the top. There's a slope inside of there that helps to divert them, make them come out towards you, and it's easy to reload it. I don't think they have to be in there absolutely perfectly, although I kind of got this one askew there. There we go. And the next time you pull this out they come. It's just a perfect mechanism. I really, really like that. But there's more. So you see, that is a hinge. There's a hinge down there as well. Wait a minute. That's a hinge. Hinge. No hinge down there, no connection. Hinge, hinge. There are hinges all over this thing, so why don't I just bend it? Oh, I can bend it right there. Okay. That kind of changes the shape of things, but still now, I mean, it's kind of open around. It's kind of awkward. Like, that doesn't make all that much sense. That's because they have you put on these pieces that lock some things together. Here's another one over here. Here's another one over here. I think you can kind of choose whether you pick up this one or this one. I'm going to take this one out. I think this is a better one to remove at this time. Just a little locking block, basically. Now things are unlocked. Now I can fold this in and create some enclosed space there. Just move this creeper out of the way. He was just sticking out a little bit. Down below, don't worry about that. Yeah, this is able to fold out, but you really want to remove this if you want to be able to close it in completely. That doesn't really help much, does it? That doesn't really provide much value. I'll tell you what does provide value. It's taking these modules apart. Once again, this is built with kind of a semi-modular system to allow you to move things around easily. That's going to allow you to do a complete rebuild in a matter of minutes or less. And this is what I was talking about. See, I just rearranged the different sections. That's it. This is one of the officially suggested rearrangements, but you can come up with some of your own, and this just completely changes the shape of everything. This is really good for play, the way that it's set up, because you can access everything. You can have your figures traveling between the different levels. It's realistic enough. You can start to simulate a greater range of elevations to put your oars in places that make more sense. You have this more sensible ground level up here. You have the continuous ladder over on the side. And this can also be useful for some displays. If you have a shallow shelf in a corner, this will fit there perfectly. If you don't have that shape, in terms of storage space, well, you can reconfigure this, or display space, you can reconfigure this again to better fit your situation, to better fit the place where you want to keep this all put together. And at any time, you can just separate the different levels, and I think that makes all sorts of sense, and it's great in that way. It doesn't look wonderful from around the back, but it doesn't look all that bad either. And this one can also be flattened out pretty easily. I think this guy over here, I'm going to pull up this one. Yeah, there we go. So put those together. There's enough space for that web that sticks out to go there. And this is just some extra terrain down here, this flatter level stuff down here. You can just pull all that off as a single module or as two, and it just gives you another option for display and play. This turns it a little bit more into a 2D platforming thing, a little bit more Terraria-like, I think, which is cool. A different way of looking at this same theme, and a different way to think about building for it. I like this. I can just imagine either drawing or printing out something nice as a backdrop here, or even just using a dark-colored backdrop behind that to bring in a little bit more realism. And I think a lot of kids could have fun with this, and a lot of Minecraft fans of various ages could kind of get into this. It's a nice different way to present a Minecraft set. Unfortunately, this is set number 255 to include a Steve and/or an Alex for player figures. And I'm really getting tired of Steve and Alex. Personally, I think that they should continue to include these in some sets, but not all of them. They need to do more different skins. Just change it up a bit. It's nice to get this shield, though. That's a printed 2x3 tile piece, and it has a little bit of metallic printing for some of the riveting there. And stone tools, we actually haven't gotten a lot of stone tools and weapons, so I don't mind getting that stone shovel, and it's something that makes sense as well. There is only printing on the back of Alex, which I think does look just fine. She does have the iron leggings on as well, which is a nice piece to get, you know, the silver colored legs, and that's what the torso for Alex looks like without the iron armor on. So that's all good, but yeah, let's get some different stuff. Come on, Lego, let's go. There is nothing new for the zombie. He's still very cold. Brrr. And there's nothing new for the creeper either. He's still on a very short fuse. And finally, those silverfish. Yeah, they did them in sand blue with just a little bit of printing on the front. That is a full stud on the top. You can put a full 1x1 brick on top of it, or anything that size or shape as you wish. And they've got the tails curved off to one side. It's a good look, I think. And this has on the underside of it a couple of the bar-sized tubes, so there are all sorts of different attachment methods that you can use there. You can use clips. It does work partially as a jumper. You can actually place it on a jumper and it will anti-jump, if you will. You can place it onto just a full studded surface, so that'll work, and the tail just gets out of the way of one of the studs. Yeah, it's just a good design and a good new little piece to add to this world. Yeah, so overall a pretty nice medium-sized set with a good range of different elements in it. Not a whole lot of depth here, but that's certainly by design. I think play value is pretty good for the amount of space that it takes up, and it does at least inspire some different styles of builds for this Minecraft stuff, I think, than most of the sets before it have. It's great to get the silverfish. That's for sure. Glad to see those added in. And yeah, just in general, again, the range of things included here is very good. The price. Look at the price. See, that just ruins it. That's such a nice little picture there with all the different ores. And these are nice. I'm kind of tired of Steve and Alex, but I mean, they're okay. But the price... That's not okay. Dang it. I wanted to recommend this. But at that price, I can't. I just can't. And at this time, it looks like silverfish are going to be very expensive on Bricklink, because you have to get this $90 set to get 2 of those. Not happy with that at all. It's just mind-boggling when they have these outlier sets that have these just ridiculous prices for what you get. This is not $90 worth of stuff. No, it's not. I mean, 70 would put it at, you know, a pretty good price to part ratio, honestly, for these days, but would still feel like a little bit of a stretch to me for the volume of stuff you get, given that each of these little sections most of these little sections are fairly hollow. But at 90, nah, I just, all I can say is nice try, but ruined at the pricing stage. So I would expect these to not sell very well. I would expect these to warm shelves for quite some time, to start to pick up some dust, and if you can get it on sale at a significant discount, then I think you'll like what you get in here. But until then, try again next time. Thanks for watching the video, though. Oh well.